Fever dub! Bow, bow, bow. Dub in the chat. A W. Ha.
The Indiana Fever just pulled off the unthinkable. For the first time since 2015, they are 4 games above .500, and they did it asterisk without asterisk Caitlin Clark even touching the court. But the real shocker? This historic win over Paige Bueckers and the Dallas Wings came with asterisk 4 asterisk franchise records shattered in one night. And the stars of the show? 2 players who weren't even on the roster when the season started. That's right, Erin McDonald and Chloe Bibby just became the unexpected engines behind this Fever surge. Meanwhile, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Natasha Howard also made sure this moment would go down in franchise history. If you've been sleeping on the Fever, now's the time to wake up. This team is rewriting the narrative, with or without their superstar. Smash that like button and comment asterisk asterisk. I've got the Fever asterisk asterisk if you're riding with Indiana all the way. Let's break it down. Hit that subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment.
The 100 win over Phoenix. Stephanie White called that a big win. They were outstanding. Mitchell,
Come on.
The former Dallas wing, Natasha Howard.
Nobody was looking for this. We think Kelsey Mitchell's going to shoot, but that is the play to make right there. Nobody in the passing lane.
Everyone thought the Fever would fall apart without Caitlin Clark, but August 1st told a completely different story. Picture it. Clark on the bench for the 6th straight game, nursing that groin injury she suffered on July 15th, with no clear return in sight. Meanwhile, the Dallas Wings moved their game to the American Airlines Center, home of the Mavericks, trying to make a statement with Paige Bueckers leading the charge. Dallas had lost 8 of their last 10, and this was their chance to bounce back on the big stage. The pressure was sky high, but instead of folding without their superstar, the Fever did something magical. They embraced the moment, silenced the doubters, and set the tone for one of the most memorable nights in franchise history.
Wins in a row, a season high. Just how have you been able to find that rhythm over this stretch?
I think it's been about, we've had some practices, and I think practicing has definitely tuned us up, fine-tuning as far as the details. We knew before All-Star that, the second half of the season is always about people making adjustments, people finding ways to stop what we have to do. And I think that on us, we try to do a good job of staying locked in at practices and shoot-arounds and all that kind of stuff to be where we need to be.
From the opening tip, it was clear the Fever weren't just there to survive. They came to dominate. Their energy was electric, their focus razor-sharp. No one waited around. No one hesitated. This was a team on a mission to prove they were more than just Caitlin Clark's supporting cast. Kelsey Mitchell wasted no time setting the tone. She attacked the rim with confidence, nailed jumpers with precision, and played like a veteran with something to prove. Her 23-point night on 9 of 19 shooting wasn't just efficient, it was commanding. Mitchell didn't just fill the void left by Clark. She owned the floor. And after leading the entire league in scoring throughout July, she showed that August might be Hayes too.
14 20-point games this season in her 8th year. She also has a couple of 30s. And Mitchell trades the 3.
Now have a little bit of an advantage in the paint, and they need to keep doing that.
That time, Dejanay went for the steal, and Mitchell kept it away from her. Would not have taken that call so gently, shall we say. Now, Kalani Brown was her buffer last year. Is Mitchell all the way to the hole?
So you stick together, communicate on defense. This is a high-octane offensive team.
Beautiful pass. Mitchell was so sure of that. After she passed it, she started running down the other end.
Paige Bueckers wasn't going down without a fight. The rookie phenom answered Indiana's firepower with 22 points on an efficient 7 of 14 shooting, adding 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. She was a lone winged player to crack double digits, proving once again why she's already feared as a 3-level scorer in her first WNBA season. The game quickly turned into a thrilling back-and-forth duel, with Bueckers doing everything she could to keep Dallas in it. But things got heated off the stat sheet. The free throw disparity sparked major controversy. Dallas went to the line 25 times, while Indiana only had 13 attempts. That nearly 2-to-1 ratio had fans flooding social media with accusations of biased officiating and flopping by Bueckers. Even Wings head coach Chris Clance couldn't hide his frustration, calling out the referees post-game and adding fuel to an already fiery debate.
Game clock almost the same. Carrington, the spin move. No foul called.
The real collapse started with DJ Jane Carrington. Last year's most improved player looked completely out of sync, managing just 4 points while racking up 5 turnovers. Her confidence seemed to vanish with each possession. The low point came in the final minute of the third quarter when she dribbled into traffic and tossed up a wild, ill-advised shot that left fans stunned. That single play summed up her night: rushed, reckless, and costly. Carrington's struggles weren't just a stat line issue. They were a momentum killer that helped unravel Dallas from the inside out.
Go to the basket here, but you got to go up strong right there. Don't shy away from the defense because they will get out in transition. And Kelsey Mitchell doing what she does. Indiana up in Dallas.
When the final buzzer sounded, the scoreboard read 88-78 in favor of Indiana. And with that, the Fever shattered the narrative that they had just Caitlin Clark in a supporting cast. This team proved they could rise to the occasion and take care of business, even without their superstar on the floor. They didn't just steal a win, they earned it, handling the pressure of expectation like a seasoned playoff squad. Head coach Stephanie White summed it up perfectly after the game, praising her team for winning the kind of matchup they should win, a mark of real growth and maturity.
You know, finding ways to get wins, and that's going on some scoring bursts, that's being able to rely on multiple players, getting stops when needed, making adjustments and continuing to grow. I mean, this is a group that's been resilient all season long, and I think that we have such quality depth that we can rely on one another, and rely on one another in certain moments.
2 players who weren't even on the roster 3 months ago have now emerged as a Fever's secret weapons. Meet Aerie McDonald and Chloe Bibouai, 2 mid-season pickups that flew completely under the radar. These weren't blockbuster signings or big-name additions. They were supposed to be quiet depth moves, safety nets for a team trying to hold it together without their superstar. But instead, they become difference makers, injecting energy, hustle, and unexpected firepower into a roster that's suddenly deeper, sharper, and more dangerous than anyone anticipated.
Stick to your defensive principles. This is an Indiana team that has very nimble on the offensive end.
McDonald from the outside rattles another 3. That's her third.
McDonald's journey feels straight out of a sports movie. She started the season without a team, completely unsigned, overlooked, and underestimated. Then came June 25th, when the Fever offered her a rest-of-season contract after a short stint on a hardship deal. Fast forward, and she's not just surviving, she's thriving. Against Dallas, McDonald dropped 15 points and dished out 6 assists, commanding the offense like a seasoned floor general. And this wasn't a fluke. Just 1 game earlier, she put up a career high against Phoenix, proving she's not only ready for the spotlight but built for the big moments.
She should have looked up and said, "Oh, aren't you an all-star?"
Pass.
And Cunningham completes it.
That's what Indiana does better than anybody in the WNBA.
What made McDonald stand out that night was more than just a stat line. It was a command of the game. Her point guard instincts were on full display. She controlled the tempo, knew exactly when to push in transition, when to slow it down, and how to get her teammates involved at the right moments. Coach Stephanie White praised her court awareness, saying McDonald has a true point guard mentality and understands how to influence the game's rhythm. Kelsey Mitchell called her a blessing in disguise, recognizing how McDonald stepped up with leadership and poise when the Fever needed it most.
And I asked Kelsey in regards to, or about this, but hearing just the impact that she's had for you all this season, what do you like most about what you've seen from her thus far?
No, number one, her energy. I mean, she is, she's an energy giver. She's fast. Her speed changes the game for us. Her ability to get the ball from one end to the other quickly. Her ability to get into players defensively. She changes the game for us in that way. I have continued to be impressed with just how quickly she immersed herself, into our team and fit in right away.
The anticipation for Caitlin Clark's return is fueling a new level of excitement around the Indiana Fever. This isn't just a team waiting for their star to come back. It's a team that found its identity in her absence. Imagine adding a generational talent like Clark to a roster that just broke 4 franchise records without her. The chemistry built during this stretch is real, and it's only going to elevate when she rejoins the lineup. Kelsey Mitchell and the rest of the squad have shown they are not sidekicks. They are core pieces of a legit playoff threat. Aari McDonald became the 3rd fastest in franchise history to hit 150 points and 50 assists. Chloe BBY is breaking shooting records just 3 games into her Fever career. Aaliyah Boston and Natasha Howard are making WNBA history together. The roster is finally balanced, roles are defined, and the team is locked in. With Clark's return on the horizon, the WNBA has officially been put on notice. This team isn't just trying to stay afloat, they are coming for a title. If you've got the fever, comment down below, "I've got the fever." Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss the rise of Indiana's next dynasty.